What's your favorite scary movie?
He's alive!
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Here's Johnny.
Come on, Mommy. You're here.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk here.
I see dead people.
But sometimes death is better.
To avoid fainting, keep repeating. It's only take as much as you can.
I've got to return some videotapes.
Hello there, folks. Welcome back to the Playbook of Horrors. I'm your co-host, Adam Woolley, sitting with my buddy, Kev Duggan.
You son of
and
It's
Jake
nice.
Hefner.
That's what happens when you have multiple podcasts.
And it's what happens when we haven't done this for a hot minute
a month.
either.
A month.
That's
and
right.
Some change.
The best laid plans of mice and men. We went into October thinking, oh, yeah, we'll be together in St. Louis. We'll do these all the time. Oh, boy.
Did we
What
let down
fools we
Jake or
were.
what?
We can jump right back into it.
Yeah, we'll have plenty of free time. It didn't work out, folks. So we're here to try to make up for lost time, really.
Well, and horror movies aren't just October. Horror is a way of life for us. So honestly, it'd be very like obvious for us to do a podcast in October. It's kind of the obvious month for us. We bobbing and weaving what people usually do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait,
That's how I look at it.
we're not saturating the market on October. That's what rookies do.
Exactly.
We wait till November. That's what it really take
We
off.
don't go with the flow with the mainstream people who just want the candy in October.
Yeah.
No,
We don't
spread
get
it out.
good till February, man.
That's right.
When you think we're gonna zig, that's when we zag.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about some things that we've missed in this time, and one of which is to one of our beloved actors, guy who needs no introduction, Mr. Robert Englund, who has found himself on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which is amazing.
Well deserved.
Are there any? Now I gotta look it up. Are there any other horror legends on the Walk of Fame? Like, I'm sure John Carpenter's probably on the Walk of Fame.
Well, it's funny you say John Carpenter. John Carpenter gave up his spot for Englund to go before him.
Get out of here!
Yeah,
No way.
so
I did not know that.
Yep, that's what I heard. The rumors that he gave up his spot and he was there for him. So, could I love John Carpenter anymore? Yeah, I think so. I think it just happened. So, but yeah, that's crazy.
Let's see, horror icons on Walk of Fame. Let's see, monsters and villains, page 1.
There's
Oh,
a
these
lot.
are like
Lon
Godzilla.
Chaney.
Like Korloff, is Boris Karloff on there? I'd assume like the old school
Peter Lorre,
would be on there.
James Cagney. I mean, some of these are kind of I mean, they say, villains, so like, Samuel L. Jackson and Anthony Hopkins, Bela Lugosi, he's on there, but like
Somebody
as far as,
dedicated to
modern
a horror
day,
Right.
like
character.
monster, like that's what Robert Englund's known for. And like, God bless Robert Englund, he's certainly done many of other acting performances, but he is most well known clearly for Freddy Krueger, and so
Yeah.
I think that's just an awesome thing to see for a guy to be recognized for something, because he brought the Claw out to the Walk of Fame, because it's like, I wouldn't be here if it
Why
wasn't
wouldn't
for
you?
this.
No,
So,
it's beautiful.
It's really cool to see. So congratulations, Mr. Englund. And then this came out too, which I think is fascinating.
Just found out about this while we were getting ready to do this. This is insane.
Warner Brothers has announced the release date for Gremlins 3.
Let's go.
Not that like it's in production. They got a date. It's a release date. It's coming. It's happening. The highly anticipated next entry to the Amblin Entertainment iconic horror comedy franchise. See, there it is, horror comedy. I think we're going to get some comedy in this bad boy. The announcement comes over 3 months after original Gremlin star Zach Galligan confirmed that the movie's script had already been completed. Now it looks like the movie is finally moving forward a decade after the studio started developing the project. So Zach Lipovsky and Adam Stein are on board to direct, according to The Hollywood Reporter. And if you haven't heard of them before, that's pretty good news. They are the directing duo behind Final Destination Bloodlines, a ride of a film that is a contender for the series' best in 25 years. Whoa. I haven't seen that one yet.
Nope, haven't seen Bloodline yet. But the fact that Amblin's doing it. That means Spielberg's doing it, which means this is the floor just got raised. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I mean, and granted, Spielberg is stirring probably 50 pots in the with a producer cap on, but this is Gremlins. This is a sacred, hallowed ground that like is not going to just be like, yeah, no, here's some money, go have some fun. It's like, no, we got to do this right.
It better not be, because we've been hearing stuff about this movie for essentially the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely been in development
Finally,
hell
they're
for a
getting it
long
off the
time.
ground.
Yeah.
Like, about time. Like, just, you know, I was trying to think of, like, okay, Zombieland Double Tap, I think, was way overdue. I loved the original. I really enjoyed the sequel. And the only thing I said to myself, like, God, this should have been out, like, 5 years ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago. Just make this one worth it, because I am so excited for this, given the first one. It's probably a guilty pleasure how much I actually enjoy the second one.
Yeah.
But just do it with practical effects. Don't screw it up. And bring it back to a sense of nostalgia, please.
Do you think that the wait for this is going to make expectations unrealistic? Is that there's something comes with that a little bit, where you're like, you're kind of playing with fire a little bit there.
I think for like the purists who grew up with this franchise and who love it, maybe a little bit. But then again, what's your target audience that you're going for here? Because essentially, are you going to be like those type of people who say like, oh, well, we're going to make this new installment for like the new generation. We're going to do this. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
But that doesn't always work.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to see what their strategy would be.
Well, I'm definitely taking my son to this. This is my 10-year-old son and I. This is definitely a horror movie I'm taking him to see. It's going to be awesome.
Has he watched the first one?
He has watched the first Gremlins, except for the one scene. The scene I'm talking about where we're not ready to reveal that information yet.
I don't know the scene. What scene?
It rhymes with Schmanismwas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. We're not there yet, baby.
No, that makes sense.
Keep the dream alive.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, what's crazy, well, I don't know if I want to say crazy. It's like you hear that, like, okay, Spielberg is attached. We heard Chris Columbus is attached. And initially, the thought was Chris Columbus was directing, but no, it's going to be Zach and Adam, the guys behind
some whippersnappers.
So, like, there's no Joe Dante, as far as we know, connected to this in any way other than being, like, credited as, like, you know, characters by, you know, Joe Dante from the original. So that's the thing that I think gets kind of interesting and could be a little sticky, just like you were talking about there, Jake, where it's like, who is this for? What is the target audience? Because, like, so many people grew up with Gremlins, and I don't remember. What's the year difference between Gremlins 1 and Gremlins 2?
It was like
a
5, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, 4 or 5 years.
So Gremlins 2 was 1990. Gremlins was 84. So
6 years?
About 6 years. So, yeah, nothing has come out in the last 35 years for Gremlins. Like,
they're starting fresh, dude, I guess.
So that's the other thing, too, is like there is an animated Gremlin show, Secrets of the Mogwai, that is currently out. It came out in 23. There's 2 seasons of it, so I don't know if it's still going. But it was an animated show called Secrets of the Mogwai. So it's like, okay, so maybe that's the audience that they're trying to tap into, because it's like kids are, if anybody's watching it, it's kids. Like, it's an animated, it says horror, but I can't imagine it's that scary. This looks like kind of pretty cutesy the way they have the animated style. So I don't know.
Like, we're not making the Smurfs here. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, what are we making here? Like, what is the goal? Who's the audience? And is it for people who have enjoyed it? And because, like, I mean, Spielberg kind of did that with Ready Player One. Like, Ready Player One is like
some scary shit in there.
Well, there's some scary shit, but it's also tapping into an audience of, like, movies of stuff that you've appreciated, like The Shining and things like that, or King Kong or Jurassic Park. Like, all of these intellectual properties coming together in kind of a, hey, kind of fun time, action-packed comedy kind of thing. And so it's not comedy, but like action-packed story. So I'm curious to see what they end up doing with Gremlins. It's a beloved property, and will they handle it well? Only time will tell. Some recent watches. We have been watching horror movies, but a lot of them are ones that we've seen before. But as far as new stuff that we've had a chance to peep out, while Kevin and I were in St. Louis, we did get a chance to binge the entirety of the new Monster series focusing on the Ed Gein story.
Yeah, we did.
Monster the Ed Gein story, for those that don't know, a Netflix anthology series created by Ryan Murphy, chronicles the life of real-life serial killer and grave robber Ed Gein, whose crimes inspired iconic horror films like Psycho, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and The Silence of the Lambs. The series is noted for its sensationalized portrayal of events, mixing documented facts with fictionalized elements to explore the psychological and cultural impact of Gein's crimes.
Yeah, I Charlie Hunnam was amazing in this. Absolutely amazing. Oh, mother. Like everything about him was so awesome.
Yeah.
But the story, the more I looked into it, I was like, did that really happen? Did it really happen that
after
way?
every episode, you went to Google and it was like, did he really do this? Is this really what happened?
And like 80% of it can't be confirmed at all.
Yeah.
So it's when you go into it and they treat it like a true story, it's definitely not a true story. But
take it with a grain of salt.
There's some wild stuff in that show.
Yeah, I mean they certainly push. They take a lot of civil liberties, some creative liberties with it as well, as far as like things that are going on in his head, and it's like, okay, like, I mean, can we, like, what's the goal? Like, is this supposed to be entertaining, or is this supposed to be educational? Is this supposed to be like, like a documentary about Ed Gein would be horrifying because they'd be like, hey, here's all the real shit that happened, not like, here's a song and dance number with Ed Gein dancing down the hallway. Like, it's really interesting how they take that, because that's the thing that's so, I don't want to say polarizing, but it's like, it's almost awkward and uncomfortable. It's like, you're talking about real people here.
Yeah.
Because they go into a lot of like real people instances, and it's not that they're making light of it, but like, you're not telling a factual story for something that didn't happen like that long ago.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't something that
50s.
happened like the 1600s where you're just like, they're long dead and we have to make some assumptions. It's like, there's some pretty documented stuff about this.
Well,
I don't know.
And the stuff with Anthony Perkins, how they portrayed him. I know his son, Oz Perkins. Like, I went, did some stuff with him. He came out like pissed at the show for taking so many liberties. So I will say it's a fun show. I didn't like how it made me feel. Like, am I sympathizing with this absolute psychopath? And I think that's what the writer's goal was, maybe, a sympathetic approach to it, which it just feels icky.
Right.
Isn't that essentially what they've kind of done with the Monster series?
Pretty much.
Whether it was with the Dahmer one or the
Menendez brothers.
Menendez brothers, yes.
Yeah.
It felt like that. I will say this. The Dahmer one, I thought Evan Peters did a fantastic job in that. But I found myself sympathizing the most with the dad, because his dad just was the biggest champion.
Yeah,
given everything that he was doing.
Yeah, no, they definitely have an approach to these shows that is a little left of what most people would do. I would guess a little left of center.
Definitely.
But I loved the concept of showing like what. Because that's the thing, is like they kind of show like, oh, here's something that happened with Ed Gein, and then here's the comparison to Psycho, to Silence of the Lambs, to what was the other one that I just said?
Texas
Chainsaw Massacre. So it's like they're making the connection. So you're going like, oh, okay, so that's where you got that. Oh, okay, that's where you got that. But then you go like, is that really where they got it, or was there something else? Like, because there's so many weird discrepancies between like what actually happened and what they portrayed happened. So again, take it with a grain of salt. It has a level of entertainment. I thought Laurie Metcalf,
she's awesome,
who plays his mom, she's fantastic. She was great. Oh, mother.
And Jackie.
Aunt Jackie. She's killing it. So I think she's one of my favorite performances of that.
Charlie Hunnam's an absolute.
Charlie Hunnam's good, but that's the other thing too, because then you go like, did Ed Gein really sound like that?
But you know what? To me, I don't care. Like, I liked his performance so much. You know what? I hope he did.
It is a good performance.
It makes it more. The problem is I've heard now. I went back and I like deep dive. Like there's an audio clip of the real Ed Gein being interviewed.
Exactly.
And if you put them side by side, Charlie Hunnam's way more sympathetic. Like, oh bother.
So
It sounds like
soft-spoken.
Eeyore. It's like an Eeyore versus like the guy from Wisconsin who has the twang and is
Works
not
on a farm. Yeah.
yeah, it's. But hey, if you're gonna be in a show that's gonna take crazy swings, you're allowed to play in that sandbox. I like what he did with it. It was the most. I'm still quoting. I don't remember all the lines, but I'm still saying, "Oh mother," to like my wife. Like she'll ask me to do something like, "Oh mother, I don't think I have time today." That's just my thing now. So thank you for giving us that voice, because that is the one thing I took out of that show that I will continually use from here. From now on. Yeah, that and Dumb and Dumber quotes is my life.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we'll mash them up and take that
Yeah.
voice with Dumb and Dumber quotes.
Yeah.
You want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? All right, another movie.
We've landed on the moon.
Yeah,
Oh, mother.
Samsonite. I was way off.
Fell off the jetway again.
Oh shit.
All right, well that's a show that we watched. A movie that we got a chance to see. Black Phone 2, Electric Boogaloo.
No spoilers, because our boy Jake hasn't seen it yet.
No,
so.
well, and we don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Not at
that's
all, because
listening
it's
either.
awesome. It's
It's
so much fun.
Very, very good. I mean,
Yes.
I rewatched the first one going into this, and man, I forgot how much I really liked that first one.
First one's great. It's so simple, but so like the tension, everything is so good in it.
Yeah, the performances are great. There's like moments that catch you off guard that you're settled in, and then all of a sudden, like, bam, something hits you, and you're just like, whoa. You like really, really well executed. The combination of formats between film and digital, or at least 16 millimeter and maybe 35 millimeter. I don't know if the entire thing was shot on film.
They
but
shot in. Oh, are you talking about Black Phone 2 or the first one?
the first one
I think they shot it on 8 millimeter. No
on
joke.
8 millimeter. Okay.
Yep. Which is crazy, because the movie I just
Even
did,
crunchier.
Mortuary Assistant, coming out, we shot on 16, and I was like, oh, that might be too grainy. And these guys went 8. I was like, I didn't go far enough. I'm
Well,
pissed
yeah,
at myself. I
those
should
are
have done
rookie.
8. I should have went 8 millimeter.
That's rookie millimeters.
Those are rookie numbers.
But Black
those
Phone
up.
2, I think really honored the first one and did things that were it kind of took the franchise and spun it in a way and took it in a direction that I was not expecting.
I
In
want
a
to
very
say it, but I
good
don't.
way.
It will ruin it. But I want to say what that is.
Yeah, don't
But
say
I'm
what
not-
it
I
is.
can't
We don't
do
want to
it.
ruin it for Jake. 'Cause
Spoiler free.
We want people to go into this not really knowing, but I will say, like, all the performances are great. Great story. There's some extra people that got added in as far as performances go that I thought really helped kick it up a notch. And it's definitely worth a watch if you have not seen it yet.
I can't remember his name, but the dude from Hateful Eight that plays the Mexican in Hateful Eight is in it.
Oh yeah,
He's amazing, like amazing. So yeah, and Ethan Hawke is just demented and awesome. So definitely go see it.
yeah. Ethan Hawke, Damian Bashir.
Yeah, that guy
Yeah,
rules so hard.
He's great in the movie. Yeah, there's some really cool moments, and it's just because Black Phone would have worked perfectly fine as a standalone movie, but the fact that they were able to not just continue the story, but continue in a way that's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. That's the direction you're taking it, and it's pleasing, it's fun, it's entertaining, keeps you guessing. You're not like, I know where this is going.
So
You're
it's
like,
worthy of spot on the horror sequel calendar, though.
100%.
Times
Oh, yes.
100.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
I don't
yes.
know who you need to kick out, but make room for Black
Oh,
Phone.
I can kick out some people.
Yeah.
I can kick out some people. Don't worry about it.
You've got some practice squatters that are.
Yeah, I
filling
got
in
some
right
where it's just like, it's great, but I could see that one being expendable for something, that's good.
Good.
Go-
It's the same thing with like the remake calendar. Whenever we get Silent Night, Deadly Night, that could end up being a double feature given
Yes.
its quality.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
that ends up hitting a home run, then hell yeah,
Perfect.
change up the
love it.
calendar a little bit.
Yeah, I love that. It's never a solidified calendar. There's
That's
always
right.
room for improvement. And speaking of calendar, folks, we got to talk about some of the movies that we missed in this last October because
The
now
entire
we're going
month.
the entire month, mother.
Essentially.
We missed
Again,
it
we're
all.
flip-flopping this. We are a horror podcast. We just didn't do any episodes in October.
Nope.
Again,
It's too obvious.
It's too obvious. We want to keep them guessing, like Black Phone 2. So we picked 3 for us to go through. We each picked our own favorite to kind of talk about and dive into. So let's start with Sinister from Jake.
New details today in the grisly murders of a local family found earlier this week.
I didn't want to move here.
We couldn't afford to live in the old house anymore. Plus, the new story I'm writing is here.
Is the story a good one this time?
I'm gonna write the best book that anybody's ever read.
I got a really good feeling about this.
You gotta be kidding me. Family hanging out. Barbecue 79. That's the family who lived here.
You think these are serial murders?
I don't know. First one I found dates back to the 60s.
The only link between all these cases is the symbol.
The symbol is associated with a pagan deity named Boogie. He consumes the souls of human children.
I have never been onto something this big before.
Early Christians believed that Boogie actually lived in the images themselves and that they were gateways into his realm. Children exposed to the images were especially vulnerable to Boogie's abduction.
Sweetheart, what are you doing?
Painting. I wanted to paint her picture.
Who are you talking about?
Stephanie. She used to live here.
Trevor?
What's the matter? What's happened?
Get the kids, pack the car. We have to leave here now.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that I have not seen this. It came at a time that there were a lot of horror movies that kind of dropped, and I was like, all right, this feels like, they're just rinsing and repeating. But after watching that trailer, seeing Ethan Hawke and Vinny D'Onofrio, I'm in. It's on my list.
Take it away, Jake.
Good. I'm glad that, that's kind of a double-edged sword. Number one, I still can't believe you haven't seen this movie yet.
Yeah,
but for those who have not seen it, as far as just the basic premise goes, is that Ethan Hawke is a true crime writer and basically essentially bases his books off of actual cases that either were unsolved, not finished, tries to basically, poke holes in these cases to find out what really happened. And essentially, for some, he gets right. For some, he gets wrong. And he's kind of built up a reputation for himself that is not the best when it comes to local law enforcement. So where he chooses to write his next book on is essentially where a family was murdered, and ends up stumbling upon this whole reel of videotapes that really takes the story in a much broader scope for what he wants to base his book around. I'll tell you this, one of the biggest things that stands out to me is not even just the imagery that you get from this movie, it's the scores. Christopher Young, who has just a cachet of horror credits to his name in terms of stuff that he's written music for, this just feels like other dimension, like, for each one of these. And you're thinking to yourself, like, what? Who is splicing these sounds and this music together? Because it is so unnerving when he puts this music in play. And then I've never understood anybody who doesn't like this movie, because I personally think this movie is criminally underrated. I love this movie. It's one of our favorite ones to watch around October because it is so creepy and demented. And when it ends up getting to the climax of figuring out what's actually happening, you're just like, oh, damn, I remember the first time I watched this, I couldn't believe actually what the twist ended up being. So I love this movie. I will tell anybody to go and watch this movie whenever they can. Highly recommend it.
Honestly, I remember vivid. Like, there's a handful of movies as an adult that scare you. Like when you go see it, saw it in theaters, you go home and it's like messing with you. Like you're genuinely like uncomfortable the rest of the night and scared. This is one on a hand that happened to me on, and it's so good. It's so unbelievably good and so, like you said, criminally underrated.
See, I was a little worried there when I was watching the trailer. I'm like, did they just give away a bit too much in this trailer?
No.
Okay.
Nothing.
I was a little worried.
You got there's so much going on in this movie. You couldn't ruin it with a trailer. There's just no. It's not way. There's no way.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm definitely hooked because, like I said, I mean, it just, for whatever reason, it never grabbed me. And after watching the trailer, I was like, shit, did that just give away too much?
It just grabbed you, dude.
Okay.
It just grabbed you.
But I was also worried it was giving away too much. I'm glad it did.
Don't worry about it.
My list.
Don't worry about it. I'm actually, you know what? Here's a challenge. I'm going to rewatch it. Let's see if I can rewatch it first, or you can watch it for the first time first.
You're so competitive.
I like that challenge.
It's like a race.
Gauntlet.
Who's going to watch it first?
Yeah.
Go.
All right, see you later, everybody. Boo. Okay, bye.
All right, guys, you'll leave the podcast. Close your window. I'm not losing. But definitely highly recommended, dude. You will, of the stuff I know you like, you will like this movie.
Stop drilling. You've hit oil. Okay, I'm there.
Exactly.
All right, the other movie next on the list that I would like to talk about is a little movie called Trick or Treat.
This is the one night.
Don't forget your costume.
All sorts of things. Roam free.
The Halloween School Bus Massacre.
Be quiet.
Why?
You'll bother the neighbors.
Okay.
Wait. There's another tradition. Always check your candy.
I hate Halloween.
All right. This movie, absolutely one of my favorites. This is one of those movies which has such a fascinating history to me because it was one that went straight to DVD. Didn't come out in theaters, or at least if it did, it was a very small showing. It was mostly film festivals that this movie got to go to. It originated from an animated short that Michael Dougherty did. Directed Michael Dougherty. Did an animated short called Season's Greetings, which is where a lot of the ideas came from, especially the main little guy there, Sam. Little kid.
Jerk.
I'll try to... Yeah, a little jerk. I'll try to be as spoiler-free as I can, but for those that don't know, Dougherty is mainly known for his writing. He wrote X2, Superman Returns, Krampus, which he also directed, X-Men Apocalypse, and most recently the Godzilla King of the Monsters, which he also directed, and Godzilla vs. Kong. And in the future, he's got Hellraiser that he's currently writing, Nightbreed, the old Clive Barker. They're making a
he's
TV
going
show.
Clive Barker mode.
Slated to direct, and Trick or Treat 2, which has been always talked about since the end of Trick or Treat. Back in 2009, he talked about making a sequel, and I think most recently in 2023, it kind of came up again, but still nothing has necessarily come to fruition from that.
Don't worry, it's nearly 20 years later.
Well, see, that's the thing, too.
You're almost to the Gremlins. Just hold out.
So it was interesting because there's actually a quote from him where he's talking about like the potential of making a sequel. He said, if I'm going to do a sequel, I want it to be as good, if not better than the original. And good things take time. The last thing I want to see is Trick or Treat Part 9, Sam Goes to Space, you know? Although that does have
Taking
potential,
shots
I will
at
say.
Leprechaun on that one.
So it's one of the shorter Halloween movies, I think, that are out there. It's only 82 minutes, so it's a nice, easy watch. And there's also some shorts that he did after the fact that are on YouTube. If you check out Michael Dougherty's YouTube page, he did with fear.net, personal favorites, Back to School and Father's Day. I think the Father's Day one is dark, and they're really short. They're like a minute, 2 minutes long if you're interested. But what's fascinating about this movie is that, like, it's not really like an anthology. Like, it is an anthology because it's a bunch of short stories, but it's all surrounding people that are in the same area going through the same night. So it's almost a little Rashomon-y a little bit, where it's like you're seeing, it's not like one event that connects them all together, but they're all these characters that are connected in the town that are going through this Halloween night. So it's really fascinating and he focuses on like the different types of like, or moments of your Halloween. So like when you were a kid, this is how Halloween was. When you were in your 20s, this is how Halloween was. When you're old and you hate people, this is how Halloween is. When you're the Scrooge of Halloween, this is what it's like. And everybody gives a stuff. That's the thing that was so cool about this, was like, I remember seeing, like, when I worked at Blockbuster, I remember seeing it on the shelves and being like, it just looks like another Halloween movie. Like, they didn't advertise this movie at all.
They didn't do it justice.
Which has an interesting story. I don't know how truthful this is. But the film was originally slated to be released back in 2007 for a Halloween release by Warner Brothers, and without explanation or reason, pulled the film from the schedule, and no rescheduled date was announced. And one reason might have been that Saw 4 was slated to release around the same time, and Warner Bros. Didn't want to compete against it in fears of an opening against them. But another possible reason for the film was buried by the studio was that it was possible fallout from the box office disappointment of Superman Returns, which is what Dougherty wrote and was co-written by Dougherty, and both produced by director Bryan Singer, whose production company produced Trick or Treat.
And Punishment.
So there was brief talk that the film would finally be released around Halloween 2008 and possibly early 2009, but neither release ever materialized, and so it was just a straight-to-DVD movie. And when you see the reviews of this movie, it's like, people love this movie. It is a good movie. It is, like I said, it's short. It's really easy to digest. The performances are great. The effects are great. It's also crazy that every single death in the movie occurs off camera. You never see the death of any people. You'll see the aftermath, but you'll never see the actual killing of anybody in the movie, which is why it's rated PG-13. Well, something for you to watch with your son there, Kev. I'm just throwing it out there.
Remember it being way more hardcore. Maybe it's the Texas Chainsaw effect, where you don't see it, so it makes it worse.
It has some of that, which I think is part of the beauty of this movie, is that, like, it makes you kind of picture what's happening as opposed to actually seeing what's happening. And clearly, Michael Dougherty clearly loves horror movies, especially John Carpenter, because there are so many nods to John Carpenter. It's crazy in this movie.
Yeah.
Anna Paquin's character, Laurie, named after Laurie Strode from Halloween. In the school bus massacre segment, and you can even see it there in the trailer, in the quick shot, there's a Plymouth Fury from the movie Christine. You can see that in the shot. Brian Cox's character, Mr. Krieg.
He's great.
Who is awesome. is based on John Carpenter. He was like, I want to look like John Carpenter. So that's what they did. They made him look as much like John Carpenter as possible. And one of the best ones, which you also saw in the trailer when he says, you got to be kidding me, was from like The Thing, when they first see The Thing. And it's like,
you gotta be effing
kidding me. So it's a lot of clear nods to John Carpenter and his appreciation for it. And again, it's just such a killer movie. I love watching it because it's just a nice, quick, easy watch. 82 minutes, you're in and out, and it's full of Halloweenness. And
it oozes. It's like overflowing with like that one scene on the street where there's the lights over everything. It's like it just oozes Halloween.
Yeah, it's just the epitome of Halloween, pumpkins galore. It feels like the adult version of what Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark could have been, because like I said, like, yes, there's gore, and maybe that's like the upped part of it that's like meant for adults, but they're like cool little short spooky little stories, and they're all kind of contained within this town, and he just absolutely killed it. And going into this movie as blind as possible is the best way to do it. I know we just gave a trailer and talked about it for about 10 minutes, but if you haven't, definitely go check it out. Trick or Treat from 2009. Baby.
Well done.
Good times. And now we get somebody to wrap us up, somebody who knows a lot about this movie, and that is Scream.
Hello?
Hello?
Who is this?
You tell me your name, I'll tell you mine.
I don't think so.
What's that noise?
Popcorn.
You making popcorn?
Well, I'm getting ready to watch a video.
Really? What?
Oh, just some scary movie.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
You never told me your name.
Why do you want to know my name?
I want to know who I'm looking at.
Someone is playing a deadly game.
It all began with a scream over 911.
Someone who's seen one too many scary movies. Now, he's taken his love of fear.
Hello?
Hello, Sydney.
One step too far.
Do you like scary movies?
What's the point? They're all the same. Some stupid killer stalking some big-breasted girl who can't act, who's always running up the stairs when she should be going out the front door. It's insulting.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a scary movie. Number 1, you can never have sex. Hey, it's me. Never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, say, I'll be right back. Because you won't be back. Get another beer, you want one? Yes. I'll be right back.
He didn't make the rules.
The police are always off track. If they watch prom night, they save time.
He just kills by them. Don't answer the phone. Don't open the door. Don't try to hide.
Everybody's a suspect!
You're not scared, are you?
Scream.
Don't open the door.
Yeah.
Don't. Just don't do it.
Yeah, no, the don't trailer's amazing. Yeah, there's like, there's before Scream, and then there's after Scream. Because like the genre was
there's
getting
BS and there's AS.
S for sure. There's before, there's after, because the self-reverential thing of it just reinvented the whole genre. Because there were so many horror movies, and it's the same trope over and over and over again for so many years. 80s, 90s, that was like really, horror really took off in the 80s and 90s. Like 70s, it was definitely there. There were really cool stuff. But 80s and 90s, there was a flood. It was the video, VHS, DVD revolution, where they were just, horror movies are easy to pump out. So you're pumping this stuff out, and the tropes are there. People that make the movies love the movies, so they're using stuff from other movies. It's just like what you were talking about with Trick or Treat. The references, the John Carpenter, the this, the that. And this movie finally was just like, all right, well, shit, like we got to change this up somehow, because all these stories have been told so many times that they were able to infuse it with, we're living in a world that people watch horror movies in. And it's just fascinating for like the fan that when I saw it, I remember sneaking into a theater to see this for the first time. And it was that opening scene was like, holy shit. Like they killed Drew Barrymore. Like what? But hey, what is that? It's a reference to Psycho. Like there's so many different things in this movie that they feel original and fresh and like they're being done for the first time, but it's so well written. It's basically just a bunch of references to a bunch of shit that's already been done. It's like unbelievable how well Kevin Williamson put that together. And then Wes Craven, he wasn't the most popular at the time. I think it was like he did the vampire movie. What was it? Brooklyn Vampire in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like he was hitting kind of a bunch of lulls. It wasn't the best time for him. And then Scream happens, and then he explodes again. And he was the perfect guy. And even in like the beginning, like I heard a story where they're talking about, they're talking on the phone with the killer in the first scene, and they were like, what, they're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street, and then the girl says, well, the first one was great, but the rest of them sucked. And Wes Craven tried to get like that's how referential it is. They're talking about the director that made the movie you're watching is being referenced in it, and it was because I guess Wes Craven was like, we got to pull this out. I'm gonna look like an absolute egomaniac if we leave that line in there. And then Kevin Williamson talked him off the ledge, like, no, that's how everyone that watches horror movies feel about Nightmare on Elm Street. So it's a compliment to you. So
then Wes makes the cameo as the janitor.
Yeah,
as name's Freddy, and in the outfit.
It's so on the nose, but subtle at the same time. Like the movie is so aware and is so like the beats are perfect that you can do that. Like, what'd you call me? He's standing there like, what'd you call me? And he's got the sweater on. Yeah. It's like, that's Wes Craven. He's wearing Freddy's sweater, but it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we're living in this imaginary, basically watching that movie, it just feels like you're in this imaginary world. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was so incredible. And the reveal at the end, I don't think I'm going to spoil anything, but like, Heath Ledger's, sorry, not Heath Ledger. Sorry, that was
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard. I don't know why I went Heath Ledger. Matthew Lillard, like, was like my favorite part of this movie when I originally saw it.
Sure.
He's not in it very much, but every scene he's in, he absolutely steals. And you're like, when I was younger, I was like, I want to hang. That's a cool guy. I want to be like that guy. And then at the end of the movie, he's a killer. But even when he's the killer, he's still this funny, cool guy. Right. It was like the weirdest story arc that he just absolutely just is so good. Yeah. I can watch this movie pretty much anytime. The soundtrack's amazing. Courtney Cox is in it. Like the cast was absolutely insane. And I don't know what else to say. I could talk about this for hours and hours, but I love this movie. Like, what were your guys' thoughts on Scream?
Adam, go for it.
Well, it's so funny. Like, as you were talking about it, in my mind, I'm just thinking about Wes Craven and like how basically like meta this movie is as far as like being self-aware of like what's happening. And I was like, wait, what came out first, Scream or New Nightmare? And New Nightmare actually came out first.
So he was dabbling in it a bit.
So he was kind of already dabbling in that, like, we're living in a horror movie type genre, but taking it now a step further to be more about like the tropes as opposed to being like in the world of Friday the 13th and Freddy Krueger. Callback. Englund. But it's a fantastic movie. It's one that really keeps you guessing because those are tough, dude, to make a movie about like who's the killer. Oh my God.
It's one of the better whodunnits
because it's like, well, it can't be that guy because he was here, but then it can't be that guy because he was here, and then it turns out, oh my God, there's more than one. Like it's really well done. Jamie Kennedy, I think, he's really good. Really underappreciated. Like he is so perfect as like the nerdy film critic who is just like clearly like snobbish.
Everyone's a suspect.
Yeah. And yeah, Matthew Lillard really is the one who's like the most charismatic and really just comes across as like, oh man, like I kind of want to see more of him, but at the same time, it's perfect for him to be one of the killers. So
it's fun. This movie absolutely holds up. Except for one scene. There's one scene in this movie. I still love the scene, but it's when the cop's interviewing Billy Loomis, and he's like, what are you doing with a cell phone?
How did you get a cell
How did you... And literally, it was like a big
back
in the 90s when this came out. I was like, yeah, how did he get a cell phone? You definitely
rich
did.
kid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the only one that you can kind of like laugh at a little bit.
We're still rocking pagers at night.
Yeah. What the hell?
So
I
love
crack
it.
this case wide open.
No, it's really incredible when you think about it. Again, just after everything that you guys have said, the franchise on top of it that it has built since then. And people obviously have their favorites of their sequels of this. I think, and I like the little nuggets that Wes eventually ended up setting up, especially with what was it? I think when they were talking about at some point, metaphoric or hypothetically for Nev Campbell's characters, like, oh yeah, who would, if you were in a horror movie, who would play you? It's like, oh, maybe probably like Aaron Spelling or something like, or Tori Spelling,
yeah.
And that's end up being a little nugget for the sequel in Scream 2 or Scream 4. It just has all these different layers to go with how time changes and horror movies and how we perceive them in a meta experience. That's just so good. And I'm with you, Kevin. It's hard to find any whodunit movies that are done better than this. It really is. And everything from just the character development to how they end up revealing everything, and then how they try to throw you off as a red herring here or there. It's just done so well. It still holds up so good.
Definitely. And just the last scene with them in the kitchen, I laughed so hard. My mom and dad are gonna be so mad at me. Like every time I see it, I crack up. It's so funny. That I'm guarantee you because I think he came up with that. I don't think that was in the script. I guarantee you the way that was written, that was not supposed to be like a moment of levity in that movie. But there you have it. One of my favorite parts of that movie.
She looked dead, man.
Hit me with the phone, dick. Hello. It's just like the whole thing. I literally have it memorized. It's so good. So
I think one of my favorite things too about it is the guy who plays the voice of Ghostface has been the voice through the entirety of the series, including the more newer recent ones. It's
Do you want to know something interesting?
Roger L. Jackson. Yes.
He wasn't originally. They just had him on set to do the voice for the actors. He wasn't cast. He was just like there to do it. And then Wes Craven liked his voice so much that he got the job.
Wow.
So there you go. There you have
sick. I love that for him.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a career. That's a career and a half right there. Just being the voice of Ghostface.
Do you like scary movies?
All right, cut.
Good. Yeah. All right, where's my paycheck?
Yeah. I'm out.
I'll be in the car. Awesome. All right, well, there you go, folks. 3 movies from the October horror calendar. And now we're in November. What's November? Is November remakes?
It's sequels.
Sequels. So there you go. We might talk about some sequels on this upcoming episode. When will that be?
Definitely sooner than between the last one.
Yeah,
it's when we
That's when we really catch them off guard.
Valentine's Day with these sequel pods.
2028, baby. That's when we talk about it. But hey, if you guys are watching this, we appreciate you so much. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying this. Hit the like button. It lets us know that we're doing something right.
Yeah,
and we can make more of these. So. Thank you guys for hanging with us. We'll catch you on the next episode. And until then, boo. Boo. Boo, mother.
Oh, mother.